Welcome to 5 Minute Workday, where I make short videos aimed at players of tabletop role-playing games rather than just the game masters. I'm Jester David, a lifelong gamer with a few decades of experience on both sides of the screen. I love running games, storytelling, and have been a forever DM for large chunks of my life. However, the subject of game master advice is amply covered online, while videos of being a good player are more rare. In my time running and playing games, including participating in organized play campaigns, gaming clubs, and conventions, I have easily rolled dice alongside at least 80 different players. 8-0. But very more likely more. Some people I have adored being at the table with, and some less so. And I'm here to talk you through being easier to play with at the game table. Some topics on being a good player deserve longer discussions and be the subject of their own video. Here, I want to start with the basics and brief advice on proper etiquette for when you sit down at the game table. The first bit of advice is to remember that this is a social game. You're playing with people. Basic social norms apply. This isn't as exciting as how to play advice, picking feats, busted combos, or writing the perfect backstory, but is super important. You'll only write a backstory once during the entire campaign, hopefully, but you'll have to engage in an appropriate table behavior in every single session. This stuff is mostly common sense, but it's also easily forgotten and occasionally not prioritized. Good behavior at the table is largely the same for tabletop role-playing games as it is for board games and poker nights or just a casual dinner party. Stuff like take turns speaking and pay attention while other people talk. Don't talk over and don't monopolize people's time. It's easy for people to take their turn in combat, but harder during exploration and role-playing scenes. Sometimes you're going to need to take your turn and be ready and willing to participate and engage with the story. And sometimes you need to be quiet, encouraging and enabling other people to take their turn. Jokes are fine. Sometimes a full half of a gaming session is referencing memes, quoting Monty Python, or making in jokes. But a gaming session also isn't Night at the Improv. Your job isn't to make people laugh. You lose the plot of the game when the session descends into one-liners and amusing anecdotes. Don't steal someone else's scene by pulling attention with a witty remark. Joking with friends is the dessert of the gaming session. It's the best part, but it's not all you can have. You need to earn that dessert. This is my weakness as a player. I've been playing long enough that I always have an amusing gaming anecdote or a meme for every situation, and I always want to share them. But sometimes they just need to wait for the end of the session. Try to show up on time. People are busy, and getting together for a game is an investment of time and energy. When you run late, that means the rest of the table cannot play the scheduled game. If you have to cancel, do it with as much forewarning as possible. Obviously, everyone gets caught in traffic or forgets their dice sometimes, but try not to make it a habit. If you're 30 minutes late to your weekly game every week, after 2 months, you basically cost everyone an entire session of play. Set yourself up for success. If you forget your character sheets regularly, maybe give a backup to the DM to hold on to, or take a photo of it with your phone. Maybe if you keep all your gaming supplies together so you can just grab the book sheets and dice all at the same time. Now, the big one. The one we all know. The one we all struggle with. Stay off your device. I know, I do it too, more than I like to admit. We know it's wrong, but we do it anyway. You might pull it up to use as a calculator or check a digital copy of the rules, but it's simply too easy and tempting to slide onto Instagram or check your Discord messages. It becomes a distraction. If you know this is a weakness, maybe leave your device out of reach. Make sure you have a physical copy of your character sheet or rules instead, or even get a fidget to use at the game table. If you've been paying attention so far, you'll notice that all this advice is wholly unrelated to memorizing the rules. Knowing the game is important, but that's something that can be learned over time. Effort should be made to learn the rules related to your character, but that can be done over several sessions. Personally, I'd much rather have to regularly walk a courteous player through the rules than have a player who knows all the rules but is a jerk. If you're fun and engaging to play with, people will want to help you learn the rules and keep you at the table. That's the biggest trick. Oh, and of course, shower beforehand and practice decent hygiene. When in doubt, shower. Thanks for watching. More videos are coming.